The film that is my contribution alongside another filmmaker to this exhibition is shot in far western New South Wales in Menindee over about a 4 or 5 month period, so between late 2019 and 2020. And it documents the state of the river at the end of a very long drought period in which there was around about 433 days of no flow down the river. So we arrived at the end of a drought period of a number of years of no flow in the river. So our film is documenting that space of ecological catastrophe. I think I would describe that period through my own experience as feeling like a war zone. So there was water being trucked in boxes, so there was no potable water for the community. There were animals dying all around us. There were the Menindee fish kills, over 1 million fish died. But then on top of that, which you didn't see in the media, were a lot of kangaroos, emus, turtles, mussels. So that the freshwater river mussel was kind of huge piles of mussel shells, of huge communities of mussels had died because of that period of no flow. The point of our film was really to try and capture that space that you didn't see in the media. So a lot of people might have seen the fish kills, but you didn't see all the other events happening around it, as well as the kind of the dust storms and the condition of the land and the condition of the river and the kind of sustained suffering that the animal and people were going through during that period. So this drought event, there was a number of factors relating to it from what I can understand, and over-extraction in the Murray-Darling Basin is definitely a part of that. And it has been found after this period through a series of reports that extraction had a role to play in this drought period. So during periods of low flow in the Darling, small flushes or small pulses of water are supposed to assist those animals to continue to survive until the next flood event. And that didn't happen for a long period of time, so that those animals weren't able to survive that period. So there were things like diesel-powered oxygenators that were put into those refuge pools of the river in order to oxygenate that water so that the animals in those refuge pools could survive. And that's not something that's really happened before, so that's a new thing that we have to understand the factors that are contributing to that, and climate change is one of those factors, but also over-extraction is definitely one of those factors as well. I think if people are going to take something away from this exhibition, I think it would be something along the lines of doing everything we can to prevent these periods of no flow over long periods of time in the Barker. Because not only does those periods of no flow affect the ecosystems along the Darling, but it also affects the entire river system of the Murray-Darling Basin. And so I think we have to work really hard to avoid the space of catastrophe that this exhibition captures. And I think, part of the exhibition is trying to convey that these periods of no flow affect the many animal communities, plant communities, as well as the human communities. So through the testimonies that are visualised in the exhibition, you will see the effects on the human communities. These problems are solvable. They're complex, but they're solvable. And I think that, if people are going to take away anything from this exhibition, it's that we have to work hard to prevent these extended drought periods in the Darling Barker.